Hello and welcome to this special interview on specific phobia brought to you by the Anxiety Disorders Association of British Columbia. I'm Dr. Michael Catchpole and my guest is Dr. Lynn Miller. Dr. Miller is with the Faculty of Education at the University of British Columbia and is a registered psychologist. Dr. Miller, thanks very much for being here.
Very much for having me.
Dr. Miller, could you talk to us about what specific phobia is?
Sure, lots of us will understand this one because pretty much everybody has something in their environment that they're a little bit frightened about. It could be spiders, it could be heights, it could be water. Children will also have these things in their environment that they're frightened of.
Okay, so it's almost an excessive fear, would you say?
Oh, it's extreme stress when being confronted by something in their environment or anticipation.
Okay. Could we talk a bit about home management strategies? What can parents and caregivers do to help a child deal with this?
Again, what we want to do is have graduated exposure or slowly increasing the steps, getting closer and closer to the feared event.
All right. For example, lots of kids have a phobia about dogs. How might one go about helping a child overcome that?
Dr. Catchpole, that's probably the most common fear of younger children. Animals, small rodents, that sort of a thing. But dogs are pervasive in our culture. So what a parent might want to do is start slowly and perhaps go get some picture books out of the library with dogs in it. And the child would look over and over and over through these books. The next step might be to watch a cartoon and then a real movie showing dogs in the movie. Then you could go to the pet store and look at dogs behind their cages. And then finally, find a dog that's very, very calm in the neighborhood and have the child be in the same room with the dog.
So, and are rewards part of this? As the child accomplishes each step, is there some sort of a reward involved?
Sure, lots of verbal praise, perhaps small rewards like stickers or small treats, big hugs. A child will also get rewarded by themselves because they'll feel very, very proud of themselves getting closer and closer to that dog.
And I guess these principles would apply for any phobia then, is that right? You set up that sort of a plan?
Sure, you always want to have graduated small steps getting closer and closer to the thing in your environment that you're afraid of. We could talk about being in an elevator, for instance, or a tunnel, or some other small space. Have a child look at the elevator, read about an elevator, be in the elevator for a minute, and then increase the time in the elevator by 2 minutes. Then maybe go up to the second floor. Again, followed by lots of rewards and lots of praise.
So there's some general underlying principles here. With regard to the anxiety itself, what sort of things could a parent or caregiver say to a child about the nature of anxiety?
Well, for younger children, you might want to actually call it something, Mr. Worry or Mr. Frightful. For older children, just say what this is. This is anxiety, and it's not harmful. Nobody has ever been harmed by this. The more you learn to manage it, the better off you will be.
That's very interesting because so many parents are protective and want to shield their child from things, but I guess that could unintentionally reinforce the phobia.
Sure, lots of parents may actually have this same fear. Lots of parents might have that same dog fear, or lots of parents may have a water fear and they're not interested in having their child get swimming lessons because of their own fear.
This is very interesting. So in fact, if parents and caregivers watching have a phobia, it sounds like they should keep these to themselves and maybe even try some of these mastery techniques.
Well, gosh, it's probably difficult to keep these to yourself. Instead, you might want to work on your own fear with your child side by side. And then you have a partner when you're actually going through these graded experiments, getting closer and closer to the frightening event.
Dr. Miller, thank you so much for this information. My guest has been Dr. Lynn Miller from the Faculty of Education at the University of British Columbia.